Hi besties, welcome back to the channel. This is So with Somi. On today's tutorial, I'll be showing you how I made this gathered gown. It's colorful, it has a Basque waistline, and it is beautiful. So the one in the middle is the one I made, and the one on the side is the inspiration. So if you want to know how I achieve this, do not skip any part. Now for this tutorial, these are the fabric I used. So I have four different African prints, and it is 3 years for each of them. So now let's get into the drafting. So here on the pattern paper, I've marked out my zipper allowance of 1 inch, so that is the line, and at the upper part I've marked out my starting line. So we're drafting out the basic bodice first. So from the starting line, I came down 9 inches for my chest line, 16 for my waist, and the full length of the top is 22 inches for the upper part. So I'll mark the same thing on this other side. Then I'm going to roll it into a straight line. So now on the starting line, I'll be taking my shoulder measurement. So my shoulder is 15 divided by 2 give you 7.5, but I took out 1 inch from it, so I'm marking 6.5 because this is a sleeveless top. Now after that, I'll roll them together. So you guys know how we do this thing now. So now I'm going to take a neck width of 3 inches, and I'll come down. So my neck width is 3 inches, so I'm just making sure that that is what I marked there. Then for the depth, I equally use 3 inches. So I'm going to use the dotting method this way. So if you have a curved ruler, just use it and connect it together. Now on the armhole side, I'm going to come down 1 inch from my shoulder slope, and I'll connect it this way from the neck depth from the neck width to the 1 inch we have. So I'll measure what I have here. I have 8 inches, half of that is 4. On that point, I came in by half an inch. On my chest line, I'm going to divide my round bust by 4. I will mark it. Then I'm going to connect the 3 lines together this way to cover my armhole. Now I'm done. Next thing is to add my stitching allowance of 1 inch. We'll move to the waistline. So on the waistline, I'm going to divide my round waist by 4. So my round waist is 28 divided by 4 give you 7.25. So I marked and I added my stitching allowance of 1 inch. So I'll connect from the chest line to the waistline. So it has a box, you get. So now what I'm going to do now, my back will start 2 inches below my waistline. So that is why I came 2 inches below. So my back is starting 2 inches below my waistline. So I'm just going to curve it in a little bit this way so you guys will understand. So this is 2 inches below my waistline. Now after that, I'm going to mark out my actual body measurement, because our backs will be starting from our body measurements, not from the sewing allowance. So now I'm ruling out my actual body measurements. So this is it. So this is my actual body measurement, this is my sewing allowance. So the backs is starting from my actual body measurement. So after that, I'll use my curve ruler this way to connect it to the full length of the top. I hope you guys understand this. So you can make it more curvier than mine. So this is what I wanted. So if you don't want it like this, you can make it a more curvy. So I came down 2 inches below my waistline and I connected it to the full length this way, and that is just it. So I'm going to mark my back neckline, which is 1 inch. So we're using this pattern to cut both for the front and the back piece. So after that, this is what I have. So the next thing we're going to do is to start cutting out our pattern. So guys, if you have watched up to this point and you've not subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'm so sorry that I've not been as consistent as I should be. I've had a whole lot going on, but don't worry guys, I'll be more consistent now. So please, before we come back to this video, hit that subscribe button and drop a comment on the comment section. So I'll use this now to cut out on the fabric. So here I've placed my fabric on my pattern on the fabric on fold. So we are cutting out the back piece first. So I added half an inch to the shoulder line for joining. So remember, our back will be into 2 because of the zipper allowance. So after cutting out, I'll take out my pins. So this is the back. We have two pieces for the back. So we have two pieces because of the zipper allowance. So your back should be in two pieces. Now for the front, I'm going to cut out the front, the armhole. Remember when saying half an inch for the front armhole so that your armhole will relax better. So I'm going to cut that off. Then after that, before I cut my front, this is how you're going to fold in your zipper allowance. So remember, we're not adding zip to the front, so you fold it in this way. So after folding it in, the next thing I'm going to do is to cut off my front neckline. So because I've not done that, so just fold in your zipper allowance properly. Then I'm going to cut off my front neckline. So after that, I'll go cut out the front. Remember, we're cutting out the front on fold. So here, this is the front, it is on fold, and this is a facing. So I lost the clip of when I did that. Just cut a facing. If you have a lining, you can use a lining to turn. So I cut out a facing for it. So I'll arrange it properly. I'll take it to the machine, close the neckline, close the armhole. So I'll close the two armhole. Now I'll bring the back to two back pieces. So I've equally cut out a facing for the back pieces. So these are the facing for it. So just like for the front, I'm going to do what? I'm going to use half an inch to close the neckline. Then I close the armhole. So I'll do all of that and I'll bring it back to show you what I have. So after stitching it down and ironing, this is what the front piece looks like. And for the two back pieces, I've done the same for them too. So this is what they look like. So the next thing now is for us to turn the shoulders. So for that, I'm going to put the back into the front piece this way. I'll put my hand inside. So I'll bring out the back shoulder from inside this way. So after bringing it out, I will arrange it properly so that the two of them are going to match. So this is to give our shoulder a very neat finishing so there won't be any rough edges. So after arranging it, I will stitch it down. So I'll do that and bring it to show you. So here I have it. So I have stitched everything down. And I've equally closed the side. So I just used my body measurement of 1 inch. The 1 inch we added, I just used it to close the side, and this is how neat the shoulder looks. So now we're moving to the lower part. So I'm going to get the fabrics we used earlier that I introduced to you guys, that is what we'll be using. So for the three fabrics, I have joined them together. So I placed them on each other and I ran a stitch to hold them together. So this is the three of them, and guys, I love this color so much. So I ran a stitch to hold them down. So now you have two ways to do this. You can either gather it and place it on and stitch it on your top, but for mine, I want to pleat it because I want to have more fullness. So now I'll take it to the machine. I'll be pleating. So I'll pleat, I'll stitch it down, I'll pleat, I'll stitch it down. So you can gather and attach, but I'll pleat it all around. So I'll do this all around the top till I exhaust it. So I'll do that and bring back to show you. And after stitching, guys, is this not looking so beautiful? So this is what we have. Now for the length, the upper part is 6 inches, the second one is 15, then the down one is what completed the full length of my top. So you know how long you want your gown to be. Now this is how the back looks. So I love this dress so much. So the next thing now is for us to add our zip. So I'm just going to measure where I want my zip to be, then I'll go stitch it down. So guys, after stitching my zip down, this is how everything looks. So this is it. This is so nice. It's so easy to make and it looks so beautiful. So if I turn it to the wrong side, so I've attached my zip So this is how beautiful this schema looks. So thank you guys so much for watching up to this point. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and on the post notification so you'll be notified every single time I post a new video. And please do not forget to hem. And for the lower part, I will be weaving it. I'm going to use English weaving for that. So this is us coming to the end of this tutorial. So thank you guys so much. See you on my next video. Bye.